Let's make some crab cakes. I'm going to use a little bit of fresh lettuce from the indoor garden, and I have some wonderful varieties here. I'm going to use a little bit of endive, some watercress, and some fresh basil. And so I think this is going to be really cute for Valentine's Day for those of you who are staying in and you want to just create something special for you or your loved one. And so here are the ingredients. If you'd like to jot them down, they'll also be below the video if you'd like to print them out. And of course, as always, you can do a screenshot with your mobile device. And this is a recipe from a restaurant I used to visit, and they had the best crab cakes, so I want to share this with you. So we'll go ahead and melt a little bit of butter, and you want to just gently cook down your peppers and your shallots along with a little pinch of salt. Then after about a minute or two, you can go ahead and add your garlic and your green onion, and I am on about medium low to medium heat. Just want to make these a little bit tender here, so we're just sweating them a little bit. And now I'll go ahead and add another about a half a tablespoon of butter and melt it and add my flour. And so we'll just mix the flour in here with the butter, and I want to cook it. Again, I'm on about medium low heat, and so I'll cook this for about a minute, maybe 2 minutes. Just want to kind of get the flour taste out of here, and then we can give it a little more salt, and I'll add my dry thyme along with the garlic powder. And now we can add our cream. I'm just going to slowly add this. So this is kind of where most recipes would add mayonnaise, but we're using heavy cream and flour. So let's go ahead and add that. And now I want to go ahead and put some Dijon mustard in here. We'll go ahead and give it a little bit of ground black pepper. It is almost ready, so I turned off my heat, and now I want to go ahead and add the fresh herbs along with some hot sauce, and we will mix this in together. And I want to let this cool, let's say for about 15 minutes. Okay, we want it to cool down pretty good before we add our crab. So I went ahead and gave it a final taste for seasoning. It needed just a little bit more salt. So I had some live blue crab that I cooked, and I picked the meat out of the crab, and most of it's lump crab meat. So if you're buying your crab meat, usually you can find that in the seafood department. They sell it, I think it's packed 8 ounces, which is the exact amount you'll need for this recipe. So I'm just going to sprinkle in my plain breadcrumbs. I'm not using panko, and we just kind of want to toss them around in the breadcrumb mixture. And now I can add my cream mixture, and we'll just incorporate all this really good. I'm just going to mix it up with my hand. And now the recipe that I'm including for you below the video is this restaurant recipe. I happened to find it online. I was very happy to find it, but I have reduced all the measurements for 2 people, so about 8 ounces of crab meat is all you'll need. So anyway, what we want to do is use a cookie cutter, and we'll just fill up our mixture into the cookie cutter. And this cookie cutter is about 2 1/4 inches wide. By about 1 inch high, but of course you can just use one that's a little bit larger and make 2 crab cakes per person. So I want to just go ahead and put these in the refrigerator on a paper plate and a little bit of parchment paper here, and we'll tie it up really nice and tight so air doesn't get in there, and I can just leave them in overnight. You really need to let them chill for at least 3 hours if you're going to do it the day of. So the next day, we'll go ahead and dust each side lightly with flour. Very, very lightly. You don't want a heavy coating on there. I'm just sprinkling it with a little strainer. I also want to make sure they have a very defined heart shape. So I'm taking the back of my knife, and I'm just going to make a really good indentation up there at the top. They will lose their shape as you cook them if you don't. So make sure we have a real good defined shape, nice point at the very end, okay? And so before I fry my crab cakes, I'm making a little sauce, and I'll leave a link to that recipe for you if you'd like to check it out. It's a lemon butter sauce, really good with these crab cakes, okay? So I am going to fry these in a little bit of butter along with some safflower oil, and you certainly can just use all oil. I have used all safflower oil before, and it worked very well, so the choice is yours. So when your oil is nice and hot, you can go ahead and begin to fry them. I think I cooked mine on about medium heat for about 4 minutes on each side, or until it's the desired color you're looking for. And when they are done, you can go ahead and put them on some paper towels just to drain a bit, and then they're ready. So these are the best crab cakes I've ever eaten. I do hope you can try them. I'll go ahead and drizzle them with a little bit of this sauce. If you're using the sauce, you can put the crab cakes on top of the sauce if you want to, and then eat them that way, or just go ahead and drizzle it on top like I'm doing. I put a little bit on my lettuce too. I went ahead and added the fresh basil and the watercress leaves, and there you go. These are delicious. I do hope that you can try them. So please let me know if you enjoyed the video by giving me a big thumbs up. Also, feel free to share this on your favorite social media. I sure would appreciate it. Thanks so much for watching, and y'all have a beautiful day.